Before we get into today's video, please remember to vote for Rovers Chat in the Football Content Awards. We've reached the final 10-man shortlist, 2 years on the bounce. We'd love to make it free. You can vote by going down to the description. You either click the link for Twitter and it will create a tweet that you just click post on, or you can go over to the website, the actual Football Content Awards website, which will also be linked down below in the description. Find the best club content creator section, go to the Football League and put Rovers Chat in, and your vote will be counted towards the vote. Thank you very much for voting for us.
What a way to mess up. Hi guys, how are we doing? 8-0's not bad, is it? 8-0 is not bad at all. How are we all doing? The third round for the second year in a row, I believe. And we made it seem quite comfortable, didn't we, Scott? How are you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, it was. I don't think many people would have had the stones to put a bet on for 8-0 at the beginning.
Absolutely, and I was trying to do this sort of analysis of the match, and it's just I can't remember a game where we've had 7 goal scorers in it as well. 4-0 up at half time. How are we meant to analyse that other than well played, lads? Kept going. It seemed like a very clinical game. At one point, I think we had 7 goals and 7 shots, so on target that is. But we are here for the third round, obviously. Once again, last season I believe we had West Ham United. Are you looking for a similar sort of fixture?
I want a home tie. I wanted a home tie last time, but I definitely want a home tie this time because I've got a friend who's never been to a football match, and what better time?
Yeah, absolutely. And I suppose if they play against a Premier League side, it can never go wrong, can it? Hopefully not. I don't know. Will you want a Burnley game at home?
I don't think I'd want to inflict them to that, but
leave us in the comments as well, guys. What you'd like. Steve has said that we don't want Burnley down here. What a game! I want Everton. Okay, Everton must have just beat Doncaster just by the skin of their teeth. It seemed like. Soulful away by Jack. Yeah, so the draw is actually just happening after the ad break. Usually it's a mad rush, but we seem to have a bit more planning involved in this one, seeing as we were 4-0 up after 45 minutes in. Yes, a little bit of planning involved in this one. Not a mad rush like usual. After Everton, obviously, evening, guys. Evening, Kiev. Another easy one. That's a good shout. I'm going to try and get the list up. I don't think we'll have this specific list up of the third round teams. If you were to go away, where would you want to go? Not in general. From Blackburn. That was a question, Scott, by the way.
Let's see.
I've got the list here. Okay.
Well, give me the list and I'll be able to.
In fact, it's a lot of just waiting around, isn't it, before the actual draw itself? So the list is Bournemouth, Arsenal, Villa, Bradford. Am I sharing the screen, by the way? Yes. Brentford, Brighton, Cardiff, Palace, Exeter. That's a long way away again. Fulham. Obviously, this one must just, as the third round goes in, it must be a full nation rather than just north and south. Is there anyone there on the list that you fancy?
If I'm picking an away game, then I'd want a Newcastle.
Newcastle away, like a few seasons ago.
Newcastle away.
True.
That's where I'd want to go.
Is there any stadiums that we've not been to yet as a Blackburn side? Probably has been on. There probably is on that list, isn't there? Sutton, as Michael suggested, Sutton seems to be the only team that we've not been to. I don't think, yeah, we played against Brentford, didn't we? Bournemouth away. Obviously Spurs aren't in it anymore. Yeah, just waiting around now, aren't we? But yeah, leave in the comments, guys, what you think's well, who you want to get and who you think we're going to get. This is a different question, isn't it?
Where would you want to go, Dom?
Oh, and another away Premier League side would be great. That's not Man City. Maybe Chelsea. Did they get through? They got through tonight, didn't they? Or something like that, or very easy. Nothing in between. You don't want to Stoke at home. It's just it's just irrelevant, isn't it? I'm sure the fans travelling back from Harrogate are very in a jubilant mood at the very least. How far is
the
it from
Rovers
Harrogate?
at least.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Did you go to that Blackburn Fulham game a few seasons ago when it was 7-0?
No, I didn't.
Sorry.
You mean when we got beat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jack said Port Vale, Sutton, Salford, who beat Leeds last night, and Lincoln away. All should. Yeah, again, it's good to see that the young lads coming in and showing again signs that the academy is working and proving themselves to be worthy of at least League Two level. I know Harrogate also made 9 changes as well, but you still got to beat them. Still got to beat them on the people on the pitch. Kieran said Salford / Liverpool away as well. That's not a bad shout. Burnley at home. Burnley away.
What we have to remember though is as well as it being against Harrogate. I mean, I think it shows a lot more for the fact that our academy products are coming into the first team and then playing, our system and playing it with confidence. I think that the being able to step out onto the pitch in front of fans, because a lot of the under 21s games don't really have fans, so to step out in front of fans and then play with confidence, I think it's a great prospect for the academy.
Absolutely, I think you're completely right with that. It shows that we have some depth as well, whereas before it seemed to be a bit of a worry that if you have a few, well, especially if you have a 16, 17-year-old like Aitchison on the bench, you might be worried. But everyone's come on and found their feet pretty quickly indeed. Michael Collier says that Bucko sounded great tonight. Apparently, he had a really good game. Did his talking on the pitch? A bit of a weird one at the weekend, weren't it? Not being involved in the actual doing 11 plus 9, 20. I'm not sure what the issue there was, but I mean, if he's performing like he is, it shows that he's a good asset to have in the team, one that we're potentially could be missing out on throughout the season, especially when injuries come to play. Adam has
Bucko for me has been a strange one, really, because when he has played, he's not quite looked like he's happy playing this system, but yet anyone who watches would think that Bucko would suit this system because he's a technical player. We want to play technical football, and you would think that he would suit this system, but yet it looks like he's been struggling up to now, and then tonight he's shown that he can do it. So let's just see where we go from here.
It's going to be intriguing, especially when it comes to transfer deadline day. Hopefully we won't have another 4 hours like we did last time, where we didn't really speak about much other than a potential signing. By the way, guys, the draw is on after the Everton game. It ended just as we finished just as we started the stream. I'd say it'll be on in the next 5 minutes. I guess it usually just depends on how much talk about the game.
They've said quarter past, and it's 12 minutes past now, so it should, next few minutes it should be starting. But I've just looked, and 6 of the 8 goals tonight came from academy graduates. So I think that says a lot.
Was the other one Sam Gallagher as well? Is that?
Yeah, Sam Gallagher and Dylan Markande.
Oh, he scored 8. Okay, he scored 8 every time. Jesus, that is I mean, it's the biggest away victory in our history. It's the biggest. It's the second time we've ever scored 8 away from home. It might be the third time, in fact, if you're going back to the 1800s, when they had a cloth line as a goalpost. It's insane. It's quite a generational scoreline. I don't think we'll ever see it again.
I know Sky said when we got to 6, Sky said that it had been 22 years since we last scored 6 in a game when we beat West Ham 7-0. So,
right. 22 years just for 7, never mind 8.
But I've no idea about 8, but good. So,
I don't know if it's on anything else. It might be on the YouTube for Sky Sports, but I'm watching it on Sky Sports just behind this monitor itself. But I'm not too sure how are you watching it as well via that?
yeah, I've got it on Sky Sports as well behind this.
Okay. Let's see what else is people saying. Michael said, in fact, there's people. Let's go. Sorry, I'll just go. Salford versus Blackburn would be one for the telly. And could be, potentially. They were just on telly against Leeds, and I think it was more the Leeds versus Manchester sort of thing that was on the telly for. But, I mean, the less sides that are in it, the more chance that Blackburn are going to be on TV. So, we're used to seeing them on TV now. You get 2 weeks without it, you start to get a bit shaky.
I think that most of the night, Sky were wishing this was on TV.
Wow, yeah.
But most of the games were 0-0, and we had 6.
Making up for the losses, aren't we? Richard has said not Burnley home or away. Bring back Niambe, can cover all positions. Hyam and Scott Wharton were slow, so if Carter gets injured, we were very slow back there. Wonder where he's actually going. That's a good, interesting one, isn't it? It's not really worked out for him there at Wigan. And especially now that he's not got a club. I mean, if all else fails, it's not a bad shout. But you don't really want to go back to people who didn't want to, potentially sign a new contract at a club.
Yeah,
ain't it?
I think everyone sort of laughed when he signed a 1-year deal with Wigan. So at that point, what's your agent thinking? Turn down the new deal where you're getting regular first team football to then go to Wigan and not get played. So
it was
crazy one.
Wasn't particularly great on the ball. He was good at a 1v1 defending. That he's probably highest in the percentiles of stats that way. But going forward, he was utterly useless, when he, let's be honest, didn't get a goal or assist. So let's have a look. West Ham was 7-1. All I remember, Carrick as the West Ham goal that day. That's good knowledge, great knowledge. Defender and forward is all we should sign, I think. No more wingers though, and lads who are small. Okay, fair enough. I think the issue is you're always waiting for Premier League sides to sort their squads out, and then the lower sides will, get what we can from that. And I think that's what it is right now. Preston obviously getting Tom Cannon, potentially, stuff like that. But they're still waiting for that. That seems to be something that's been going on for 2 weeks. So Adam Davey says, can't believe we won 8-0. I don't think we'll get this scoreline again. Yeah, we've said this, 8-0. Just soak it in. That's all I'll say. Just soak it in. Could potentially be another 60 odd years before the next one. So do you think we'll be on the chat then?
Well, who knows? Probably not.
We're still waiting. We're just watching Sean Dash talk about football, probably. And Mark Chappers just here we go. Seems to be some graphics seems to be popping up now. No, we're still talking about Everton. Cool. Again, let us know in the chat. Potentially, why not make it a bit of a bit of a transfer deadline day talk as well. I'm sure we'll be on that night as well. I believe the last one we did, there was we played against Birmingham, didn't we? And a sort of a rearranged. What was it? It was it a replay? I think something like that. So Dan wasn't here. There was only 3 of us. We talked for 4 hours about absolutely nothing that day because nothing happened. Lewis O'Brien potentially didn't happen. Lawrence has put Man City at home would be genius. Genius, potentially. You know what? I want Liverpool. Let's get Liverpool. We haven't had them for a while. It's always a decent little game against them. Little. Can't make my
And
mind.
I know Dan's been plucking up the stats and worked out that JDT's now won 8 cup games, including Carabao Cup and League and FA Cup games, in just over a year, and that's one more than Tony Mowbray managed to do in 5 years.
Really? Wow. Yeah, what was it? Like almost a curse, wasn't it? At one point, it was 5 years in a row we didn't get past the 3rd round of the FA Cup. It seemed to be, no matter what team we put out, strong or not, we just seem to not get beyond that 3rd round. It lifts the team up. There's not the team, the fans mainly. The West Ham game, the Leicester game, you always remember last season. The Sheffield United game, even though we'd lost, was an amazing game. Everyone saw it on TV. Something you can gain from a cup run, not only monetarily, but emotionally, is something that creates more fans, creates more buzz about the club, creates more of a happy side and a happy fan base. So why not always go for it? But I mean, tonight, there was a whole lot of changes. Patrick Gamble
changes, I think.
Then Patrick Gamble playing an unfamiliar role from his time in the under-21s or 23s. So it still was a potential gamble, but again, it just, like you said, shows the depth that we've got, especially in the youth system. Hopefully, as well, we'll have a couple more sign-ins, and Sigurdsson hasn't played a game yet, so we'll get him back soon, see what he's like. So, are you excited about that, by the way? Because I'm not gonna lie.
I am actually, because I feel like it's gonna feel I think it's gonna feel like a new signing all over again, because he's been here a while now, but yet nobody's seen him play. So I feel like back time we see him play, it's gonna feel like a new signing all over again.
Like a new, like a brand new. It's like encased in a case, like.
Bit like an Amazon parcel, box in a box.
Yeah, exactly. We've only seen him in his jeans. We haven't actually seen him in any football gear yet, have we? Hopefully, we'll get an easier side per se, so we can get some minutes in, or at the very least, I'm sure we'll see him in an under 21s. Is it under 21s? A youth game, just to build up his fitness. Great looking man as well. Good looking man.
Is it the new Butterworth down?
Where's he gone to now?
I have no idea.
I think is it Carlisle? Could be. I don't know why I'm pretending to not know that. Again, we're just waiting on it. Let the people who haven't already popped up suggest teams that what you'd like to see. Obviously, 8-0. We'll keep saying it. We won't ever see that again. And quite frankly, I don't think we'll. What's that?
You've said it now. You've tempted it. Watch the next round now. Be 9.
9-0. It's fun when it's easy.
Rovers fans aren't used to winning.
Yeah,
not scoring 9 goals anyway in a game.
I'm in a chat with some Liverpool fans, and I'm like, is this what it feels like for it to be an easy game? Usually, it's just like even when you go 3-0 up, you don't trust it. But yeah, to be 8-0 up, you still have half a chance. Wonder what the odds were for 9-8.
I actually said that.
What odds for 8-0? It would have been 100, 200 to 1. Michael said, I predict Everton. Daniel said, Liverpool home, please. All my mates are Liverpool fans. Yeah, I think everyone has a Liverpool fan as a mate, or a Liverpool mate. You know what I mean? They're just everywhere, aren't they? Like United fans, just everywhere. Lincoln City have beaten Sheffield United. That's a little bit of a shot tonight on pens, 3-2. It seems like we're going to go to the draw now, finally. I'm sure it'll be spoken in the chat before we even see it. But I'm going to predict. I want to predict Liverpool. I'm going to predict Bournemouth. It's so far away. All right, we've got the presenter. I'm not sure of a name.
You're ahead of me then.
Emma Saunders. Am I?
So you'll tell me before it pops up on mine. She's
Right.
not even on my screen yet.
Right, we have the draw all ready and set. All the balls are in the bowl. Right. So we are number 30, by the way. If anybody sees it pop up. Let's see what people are saying. We predict Salford, Arsenal at home, Liverpool. My Dutch team are Liverpool. Oh, sorry. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. Fair. That's what I mean. Everyone knows Liverpool fan, don't they? Like a Premier League club. Does that include Burnley? Not won a game yet. Not even got a point. Just,
Interesting dig there, is it, Dan?
It's not interesting. It's just a fact, isn't it? They could have played amazing. They still haven't won a game. They're just doing the pleasantries right now. Some naff joke, probably. Am I behind? Potentially. Like we say, I'm going to predict that the people in the chat have knowledge of this before we do. Right. So the first ball is coming out for me. Have you got that point yet?
No.
Right. 11. Ipswich. Seems like we've already got. All right. So we are behind the people in the chat. So if people are behind, people in the chat can let us know. That'd be fantastic. Ipswich.
The chat's running this live stream.
So we're not playing against Ipswich, thank God.
I know that would have been the worst for us, wouldn't it? Watching George Hurst score against us.
I forgot about that. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I was just thinking distance, not rather than anything for the fans. I wasn't like away on a Tuesday or Wednesday. That's definitely not on TV as well, by the way. Sorry, if people are actually watching and not paying attention to the chat. Exeter versus Luton, Aston Villa versus Everton. Yep. And so we've not got Everton. So if someone wants number 16 now, Manchester United. So how many teams are in the third round? Is it 32?
Oh, there you go. I think Duncan's putting them up as they're coming out.
All right, there we go. We've got our little. There we go. Yeah, that's right. We're hoping that you're correct on this. So, Duncan, if you're in the chat and you're just putting any teams in, then fair enough. Port Vale versus Sutton, massive game. That won't be on the TV. That could be a fourth round draw if you want it. Bradford. So we've still got quite a few. We've still got Burnley in the draw, haven't we, as well? Bradford against Borough, I'm guessing. Okay. There it is, yeah. Bradford versus Borough. Number 1, which is Bournemouth, which was my prediction. Darius put Venky's versus Waggett. Wow, that's a fierce. Why isn't that on TV? Number 32, Lincoln. I always forget if it's City or United. I think it's City, isn't it? I'm assuming it's Lincoln versus West Ham. So there's Brentford versus Arsenal. Chelsea versus
Brighton.
we're number 30, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
So you go Salford are playing Burnley.
Oh, well, they know. We are number 30. Salford, was that Salford versus Burnley? Yeah.
Yeah, Salford versus Burnley.
Duncan's predicted them all right so far. Fair play. So we've not got Burnley, not got Salford, which a lot of people predicted, not got Arsenal, not got Chelsea.
Fulham have got Norwich, so we don't have to go to Norwich, thankfully.
We don't have to go to the East Anglia, thank God. Fulham.
Oh yes, Rovers are at home.
Are they indeed? So does that mean
Rovers
you get
Cardiff at home?
Here we go. Cardiff at home. It seems to be the one, doesn't it? Wait, how have they got
Liverpool, Ipswich?
But how? How have Liverpool got Ipswich?
So Duncan's saying.
So Blackburn got Cardiff. Did we win last season? That's something for the chat to say. And oh no, it was Liverpool versus Leicester, not Liverpool versus Ipswich. Cardiff at home. Let's have a look at the fixtures that we had last season. Cardiff at home. Someone in the chat can say, can't they, if we beat them or not? I cannot remember. I've lost a lot of brain cells since then. I can't lie to you. But let me know what you guys think of the draw. It's not fantastic. Won't be on TV, but we could potentially get I could see them subsidising the cost of that game to get as many people involved. Hopefully, anyway, that'd be just a nice little suggestion for the for Waggett and the people in charge of Rovers. Scott, what do you think of the draw?
I think it's not the most exciting for the fans, but I think it will be a good test for the academy products again. I think to play those younger lads against another championship team. I mean, what better way for them to test themselves in the championship than playing the championship team in the cup? And I think it'll be a really good test for them. But who knows? Maybe it'll be more exciting because the academy graduates have something to prove.
Perfectly put, and I think we're going to leave it on that note. Let me know in the comments below as well, because I'm sure this will be on YouTube. I've forgotten how it works. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on this draw. Quite a damp squib, to be honest. It seems to be when you play against another championship team. But if you haven't already, go and subscribe to the channel. And also, I will put this at the end. Vote for us on the FCAs, the Football Content Awards. Hopefully we'll get there for the third time in a row, and we'll just have a lovely night. I believe it's in London again this time. So if you haven't already, go subscribe, like the video.
I think it's at Anfield this time.
Oh, is it? Oh, even
believe so.
that's all right, isn't it? Oh, okay. We could have been in Anfield twice then if we got them in the draw. But if, like you say, please vote for us. If you know, you don't have to, but if we'd love you to. Not forcing you. And we will see you very, very soon. Probably next up is the stream for the deadline day. So we will see you all very, very soon. Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Let me get the video.
Thank you for watching Rovers Chat. Remember to vote for us in the Football Content Awards 2023 by using either the Twitter link in the description to post a tweet, or you can go over to the Football Content Awards website, which will also be linked down below, and put us under the best club content creator for the Football League. Thank you for watching, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon.